I'm with Sari Zeidan from the Shepherd Society in Bethlehem. Now, Sari, what is the Shepherd Society?
Well, the Shepherd Society is the social arm of Bethlehem Bible College. We have some activities and programs we do in Bethlehem, and we have some outside Bethlehem, for example, Jordan and the refugees.
Now, you've just been recently to Jordan. What have you been doing there?
Yeah, we've been supporting the refugees, the Syrian refugees in Al-Mafraq area in Jordan. We visited them in their houses. We prayed with them. We shared our stories and we listened to their stories. We did a summer camp for the kids, a week of summer camp. We did a woman empowerment. It's more like stories from the Bible and some crafts. And we did some activities with the church there.
How many refugees are there, and how long have they been refugees for?
They've been there most of them since 2012, 2013, when the thing started to happen in Syria. And yeah, they are 95,000 Syrian refugees in Al-Mafraq, which is 50% of the population there. That's why, because it's on the border with Syria, it's the close area where they can go.
Are they living in tents, like refugee tents, or are they living in people's homes and people's houses? Have they been given houses by the state? How does that work?
Yeah, there are two types of families or people. There are some in the camp where they have not tents but not houses at the same time. They cannot go out to Jordan. They are totally closed. The camp is totally closed and they live inside it. They have everything. They access everything inside the camp. But the 95,000 that I'm talking about are living in the city of Al-Mafraq and in houses, but not fancy houses, or it's like a garage. Or
are these families that have opened up their rooms to the refugees?
Well, the houses belong to people in Al-Mafraq. They are Jordanians. And the refugees, they have to pay rent, even if the house is not healthy, but still they need to pay rent. Yeah.
Who went with you on this trip, and how many people went from the Shepherd Society?
We were 21, between students of Bethlehem Bible College, graduates, and staff from the college.
You've done summer camps there in Mafraq. Were the kids excited to see you when you went in to see them?
Well, the first week it wasn't for the kids, but I will talk about it later. But the surprising or the good news that a week before we arrived, and they did not know that we are coming, the woman asked about the Palestinian team. Are they coming? And they had to tell them that, yes, they're coming next week. So they wanted us to go. And the next week, when we started the summer camp, even the kids were remembering our names. So that's heart-melting, and we love them. And
so they remembered you from last time, I guess?
Yes, they remembered us from last year because, yeah, we did the summer camp last year, and most of the kids were there. And they remembered us, and we were glad and happy to receive this love from them. We went to share the love with them, and actually they gave us love.
What sort of things did you do in the summer camp?
Yeah, we were doing sports, crafts, food, doing food inside the camp. And that's what we were doing in the camp. But other than that, after the camp, we were visiting the houses again. Some of the students' families we were visiting after the school. And some refugees in the camp.
Was this an opportunity to share the gospel, and were people open to receiving the gospel?
Well, the church is doing a great job there, and it's like an open door for us to share the Bible, to talk about Jesus easily. Not all the families were accepting the idea, but all of them listened to the message. Most of them accepted the message, and they believe in Jesus, actually. But there are some families that they are not, and they are closed, and they don't want to listen about the Bible.
Are many of the refugees actually Muslim, or do you have Christians in there as well as refugees?
Well, all of the refugees are Muslims in Al-Mafraq, not a single Christian family there.
Are these people who've actually lost everything?
You can say they lost everything in their country, but they won their lives and their families. Some of them, they lost a family member or a friend or a neighbor, but they've won themselves and they're living in Jordan.
What do they think about Christians coming to visit them?
They like it. They like the Christians to visit them, and they always say that we are happy to receive you. And well, in general, Syrians are amazing with hospitality, more than any Arab countries even. Yeah, so they were happy to receive us as Palestinians, as Christians, and they were happy to talk to us.
Tell us about the women's event. What were you doing at the women's event?
Yeah, in the women's event, the ladies of the group, they were doing sessions about stories in the Bible that talks about women. And most of the women, or maybe all of them, they were happy to receive these verses and these stories from the Bible. And actually at the end of the sessions, the last day, they were repeating the verses and repeating the good news about these 4 sessions and the good news about what they have learned from the Bible. And they started to reflect these verses or these words in their lives, and they started planning to do this.
Did you come back with some great stories, and can you share some of the stories that you maybe came back with?
Well, we came back with a lot of great stories, but the most important story is that the families are accepting Jesus Christ in Al-Mafraq. And like some of the kids, or most of the kids, are singing for the Lord and praying for the Lord every day. And that is a special thing for us.
Do they amaze you?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Do you think that it's important for everybody in the church to go on to some sort of missions trip?
Sure. Yeah, I recommend and ask every and each one in the church, any kind of church, to go on a mission trip, because it's, it's good for ourselves to see others facing troubles and facing challenges, to remember that we live a good life with Jesus Christ, and it's good for them to be sharing the stories and the good news from the Bible with these people, because these people are very hungry and thirsty for the word.
Were you able to take aid over as well to help them practically as well as telling them spiritual stories?
Sure. We did not take anything from here, but we bought things from Jordan, such as food packages, some medicine for the families that they needed medicine. And yeah, sometimes we were covering some of the needs they ask for, or we know that they have these challenges or these needs.
Did Palestinians in Bethlehem want to give to help the refugees in Jordan?
Well, yes, some of the locals supported the mission. Not much, to be honest, but at the same time we received a donation from the students, actually, the students of Bethlehem Bible College that are going for this mission. They shared some of the expenses because they felt that we want to share, we want to give these people.
Why do you do what you do?
Because Jesus Christ asked us to do so. To feel and to love our neighbors and to support the needy. So this is one of the things that we believe in, to support others. And who else needs support more than these people?
What's your prayer for them as they live in Mafraq?
Well, I pray for them to find their inner peace with Jesus Christ, and to find a place where they feel comfortable and a home for them.
If anyone would like to give, you have a website. What's your website address for people who'd like to look online?
Yes, sure. It's shepherd-society.org.
Okay, Sari, thank you very much.
You're welcome.